All right, let's go over some more problems to help us practice and be successful in this group. So here is an example of one you might see. It says to write and graph when you can park. So there is no parking between 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. So I cannot park during that time. So I can park before then and I can park after that time. So on my number line, so I'm going to start at 12, got to go to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we can keep going to fill that number line up. But I definitely need these numbers 1 and 3 on my graph. So I'm thinking no parking between 1 and 3. So between here and here is no. So I can even write like this is no, and this is going to be yes. And this way is going to be yes. So where do my circles need to be? So I need to start thinking, so I'm comparing X to 1. Can I park there? So we know we can park before then. I can park there at 12. I can park at 11, 10. These are all less than 1, which seems weird, but right, we're going over time. Over time, they're an earlier hour would be a better word, earlier. So can you park there at 1 o'clock? No, you cannot equal 1. So this is an open circle, and then it's going to be earlier than 1. So you can do 12:59, yes. As soon as it's 1 o'clock, no. So now let's think, can X compare to 3? I can park there after 3. I can park there at 4, 5, 6. These are all greater. Can I park there at exactly 3? No, it has to be after 3 o'clock, so not equal. So this is also open because it's not including them, and that way. So my graph has the 2 open circles showing before and after, not between those times. So let's write our inequality. We're comparing X with 3 and 1. So this one's pretty simple. It just is in that same order. X is later than 3. And then if I go backwards, X is earlier than 1, right? It's pointing to the X, pointing to the X. All right, let's try a multi-step balancing the equation. So we need to follow GEMS to simplify. So no groups, no exponents. There is not multiplying and dividing that we can do. We don't know G. Subtracting and adding, I can put these common terms together. So I have 9.5 G's and I'm taking away 2 of those, right? Taking those away. So these are common. I can simplify that to 7.5 G's plus 13 equals 30.25. So now I can't put 7.5 G's and 13 together. They are not the same. So now we're going to balance and we need to work backwards to that. So we're going to start with our subtracting or adding. So we have an adding problem here. So we need to do the opposite of that is to minus 13. And if I do it to this side, I have to do it to this side here. So this is going to cancel out. That one's gone. All we're left with is 7.5 G's equals, so subtract, cannot do 0 minus 3, so we need to borrow. So 10 minus 3 is 7, 2 minus that is 1. So now we have 7.5 of the G's. That means to multiply. Those are stuck together, that coefficient and variable. We're going to divide by 7.5 on this side, which cancels out. And then I need to divide by 7.5 on, doesn't want to write a 5, on this side. So I have 17 and 25 hundredths divided by 7.5. So I'm going to move this decimal, and if I do it to the divisor, I've got to do it to the dividend. So now my decimal is here. So I need something above each of these. So 75 can't go into 1, can't go into 17, but 2 75s makes 150. And then when we subtract here, we are left with 22. I had some major math problems, but 22, not 25 or 52. I messed it up a bunch of times. So bring down the 5, and then that goes in there. So 75, 150, another 50 makes 200. Another 225 is 3 times. So 3 times gets it perfect. So that's 0. So my G equals 2.3. So we simplify following order of operations, and then we undo it going backward.